I am back. And let me tell you guys, I am excited to be back. I have one paper left before I am finished with school completely, and so I'm gonna let you guys in on that little journey. I've been thinking about graduation, I've been thinking about school ending and everything, and it's put me in kind of a pensive mood. I'm not gonna be in most of these places as a student for very much longer, so I thought I'd take you on a small tour so that you can come with me, see kind of my last moments with BYU as a school, interacting with it as a student. One thing I'm not going to miss at all are these parking lots. I mean, right now it looks like it should be fine because, you know, plenty of empty spots, but that's because it's nearly 7 o'clock. And when you try to get to one of these spots in the morning, there are absolutely no spots. It is a battle. It is a war to get spots. So come on with me, I'm gonna take you on a tour, let you know some of my thoughts about college and about the place that I've been, you know, for the last few years. Come on with me, I'm sure it'll be fun. One thing about BYU is that it is at the top of a ginormous hill. So every day you have to walk this huge hill. And every day I hate it. But this is probably going to be the last or maybe second to last time I'll ever walk it as a student. So come with me for that. That might be important. The thing about putting a university at the very top of a hill, it's kind of symbolic. And while I was here as a student, especially this last year and the year before, I did not appreciate it. I hated having to walk up this hill. But here at the end, I'm starting to appreciate the symbolism of ascending to a place of higher learning. Because right now I'm at the descent. That kind of makes me kind of sad, but at the same time, I'm glad to be up here. I'm glad that I've spent so much time up here. This place has been really important to me. So check this out, I'm at the top. Hopefully the wind isn't screwing everything up really badly right now, but we can only move on, move forward. And essentially college is here to prepare you for that, for moving on and moving forward, and for talking in the wind and vlogging in the cold. This is the Mazer building. It's probably my favorite old architecture building. I really love those kinds of columns. I filmed here in at this building a few times too, if you look through my past videos. Goodbye, Mazer building. This is the Brimhall building. All of the advertising classes are right in there. And for the last 2 years, every single one of my classes, except maybe 1 or 2, has been in that building. It's strange how empty most of these buildings are right now because everyone is studying for finals or slacking off, putting off studying for finals since it's a reading day, which is a university-wide study day. This is one of the common areas in the Brimhall. Everyone sits down and studies on their computers here. I've had classes in almost every single one of these rooms here. This is the second to last time I'll ever be in this building as a student, because tomorrow I'll be turning in my paper and I won't be coming back, so. Goodbye, Brimhall. This is the testing center where everyone comes together to take their exams. This is most certainly the last time I'll ever be in the testing center as a student because I don't have any finals. I will never take another test in the testing center. This queue is empty now, but it's usually full of people standing in line waiting to take their tests right through those doors. This giant sculpture used to be over there. This is the Joseph Smith building where I had all my religion classes. And that weird rock. I never figured out why this rock was even here. Why on earth was this rock even here, everybody? Nobody knows. Goodbye, Joseph Smith building. That's the Kimball Towers. I used to have a very early morning custodial job working there that I quit in an incredibly dramatic fashion. Goodbye, Kimball Towers. This is the Benson. I filmed a lot of stuff here and edited even more. My wife used to work in this building as a video editor, and she got me access to my first computer that allowed me to edit stuff on Sony Vegas. It's all still there. Men Without Hats logo. You ever walk somewhere and leave and you know you'll never come back and you start to wonder if behind you it even still exists at all? Let me know, is it still back there? It looks like it. I filmed the shark in that building and spent a lot of time there after hours when I wasn't supposed to be there. I actually hid from custodians to be in there when I wasn't supposed to be. Goodbye, Benson building. The courtyard of the JFSB. I've played in that fountain so many times. I love this building. This is probably my favorite modern design building, and I absolutely love this courtyard. Goodbye, JFSB. The library, which I think I've spent more time in that building than any other building on campus. The only building that comes close is probably the Benson, where I spent so much time editing when I wasn't supposed to be there. I could talk about the Jesse Knight building, which has some of the weirdest staircases that were probably designed by MC Escher, but the library is so important to me that I want to spend a little bit of time talking about it all on its own. Whenever I think about libraries, I think about the wealth of human knowledge that they contain, and the fact that if you were to devote your entire life to reading all the books in a library, particularly this library at BYU, you wouldn't have enough time. Libraries represent how much humankind knows and how impossible it is for one human to know all of those things. Which is why I found the sections of the libraries with comic books and read everything in those sections. And honestly, I don't regret that in the slightest. I've learned so much about so many different topics, especially comic books, here in this library. It's very, very important to me. And it's really sad that this is probably one of the last few times, possibly the last time, I'll ever enter it and do work in it as a student. These desks are where I spend the vast majority of my time studying. If I was in the library, odds are I was sitting in one of these desks. This is where I do all my studying and where I'm going to write this last final paper tonight. And just like that, I'm done. I'm done with the paper. And right now, I'm done with college. I'm done with this library. I'm done with this campus. I've finished. All that's left now is to walk. Goodbye, library. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.